Good morning, everyone. Eric here from Nomadic Fanatic. As you can probably tell, the bus is in a different spot, and I finally have some bus updates to share with you. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. Yep. This was a really tight squeeze getting the NautiBus over here to Diana's property. I mean, tight, guys. Technically, I am in the driveway. I'm off the road. I'm on private property here in California. Up front here, I couldn't get any closer up here because of my mirrors hitting the roof right there of the garage, but Diana and I started doing the math and figuring things out. We had her brother measure the driveway all the way down to where the road is down there, and we actually have my bus and Diana's bus in the front driveway. Well, I'm in the back driveway, she's in the front driveway. I gotta suck it in when I walk through this little area right here, but I fit, barely. That's not actually where I usually exit from, actually. But yeah, I'm here, and Diana is right up against me on this side, and we're off the sidewalk at the end, so we're good. And obviously, I have made it another 250 miles with the bus. This barely opens up without hitting her hood. Look how close that is. Isn't that funny? Like the it's like a centimeter, a millimeter. So, no cracked head, guys. No cracked head. It was not a freeze plug issue. We kind of realized it wasn't a freeze plug issue because if you remember, we left and I had the block heater plugged in for 5 hours before we left, and we made it over the mountains, 4.5 hours to Mesa. So we knew that it wasn't that, but the problem traces back, and Paul helped us figure this out, to the same area that we constantly have problems from. This is where the thermostat was replaced at, and this hose right here, this 90 degree, is the one we are trying to fix because it was the problem. See that right there? See that right there? That was right near the clamp on the back side, basically back here. So that part was facing away from us down there. Once that let go, basically what you got is you got the circulation of the hot coolant on the road, which had completely emptied out my reservoir straight down. It does its little twirl around, then it comes this way through this pipe, and then it makes this hard 90, and it was just splurting out the back side, going straight down the rail, just like that, and then straight down, cover and saturate and all that, to where you guys saw in my video that it was just puddling and pooling at the bottom. I want to be clear though, even though this sensor right here, this low coolant sensor has gone out, I'm trying to source that from Cummins. We never lost enough coolant to do any damage. And in fact, I was watching the gauge and we never went over 200 degrees on the engine. So that's at least a good sign. We didn't do any damage this time, but again, I am so thankful that Diana was behind me in the truck, because another motorist was not going to pull up and say, hey, you're spewing out all of your antifreeze all over me behind you. You know, so I am kind of blessed, lucky, fortunate. Just thank you for that, at least a little piece. And for right now, again, we just cut off this piece and it still fits, but I want to source this 90 here. Let's see, I want to source that straight piece right there, and there's another 90 right there. Because actually, even after we got on the road, it was still leaking, but it wasn't leaking nearly as bad. So I tightened that up as much as I possibly could, and it was still leaking on our drive here. I think I added another quart to my reservoir. So we lost a quart from getting back on the road and finishing this little trip. And then when I got here, I had to put kitty litter down on the pavement because I spilled some more. So it's not really safe. It's definitely not safe to drive right now. I want to get all new rubber, those 3 pieces, before we move the bus again. But do you ever get the feeling like things just kind of happen for a reason? I mean, there are worse places to be right now. Los Angeles has amazing weather. There is some rain in the forecast still coming. You know, that's gonna happen here. It's not like it doesn't rain in LA. It does. But right now we're having beautiful sunshine weather. And actually, Diana and I have pretty much used the hot tub every single day. This is the hot tub. We have it off right now, but it has been amazing. We've been using it in the morning. We've been using it at night. At night, we've got the little umbrella here that lights up, and it also shades it right now from the sun. But yeah, a couple videos ago, I was not doing too good with this bus, and it's not a bad bus, guys. It's not. It's okay. It's been stressful and scary a few times. But it all comes down to the same exact system, the cooling system of this bus, in some way or another. First it was the thermostat, then leaky stuff, now airflow. We know that I can't drive up mountains when the temperature is over like 90 degrees. So there are definitely some limitations to bus life. I mean, that's something that I don't think was very transparent to me as I was starting to get into bus life. I don't think people told you, you know, that, hey, these buses were never meant to drive, you know, 4 hours in 100-degree weather or more. It was 116 when I was coming through Vegas 2 years ago. And that's when I had all kinds of problems, alarms, temperature over 225 degrees and no way to cool it down, no way to cool myself down. At least now I have mini splits in there in case something like this happens again. But yeah, you guys know I like to learn from my mistakes. Let me just give a public service announcement if you're listening to this. Go check all your rubber hoses on your vehicle today for me. Just go see if they're still tender and not hard and cracked. Look near where the clamp goes and look real carefully to make sure there aren't cracks or tears right where the hose clamps are secured in. Actually, look, you can see it's totally separated. That's a lot. That is why I lost all of my coolant. Wow, that's scary. We have several Cummins dealers around. That's the other good thing about being in a big city. So I filled it up to get here, and now I need to put a tray back underneath because when I start taking apart these hoses, I'm gonna lose the 4 quarts that are up in. You know what I might do? I might try to siphon it out of there. I'm in no rush right now. It's actually snowing. I checked the cameras back at Tater Acres and it's snowing again. So we're not missing anything. I'm fine. I'll stay in Southern California. But yeah, I think I could probably siphon this out and store it because you know, as soon as you take off this hose here and this whole thing is filled and this has got to come out and that one down. So I'm going to lose a lot of antifreeze. So I am going to try to save it and contain it as much as I can. Because when we were at Arco in Mesa, I bought 3 quarts, just 3 quarts, and it didn't even fill this up. And it cost $114 because at a convenience store, you know, it's conveniently high prices and stuff like that. So, you know, coolant can be expensive. Yeah, other than that, I mean, it's just been like, it's been a relief that it was not something major with the engine block or a freeze plug that I couldn't get to at least. It's just, you know, I'm not trying to be a better problem solver. I'm trying not to jump to conclusions. Diana's been my rock. She's been really positive and helpful getting through this kind of stuff. And the whole reason of coming here was to grab Diana's bus and stop at storage in Quartzsite, pick up a few things, and then get both rigs back. And also for me, just so that this engine doesn't forget how to run. Obviously, it has not forgot how to run. It has not forgot how to give me problems and stress me out a little bit. But I can't and won't speak for Diana, but I'll tell you guys, ever since I got the property, even though I've had my troubles with certain things at the property, I start to feel like the road is just not for me. And this comes at a really weird time because here in 2026, we've got the Route 66 Centennial, the 100-year anniversary of Route 66. And guys, I wanted to go. I still really, really, really want to go. I am trying to find a way to go. I want to go, but I don't think it's going to be in this bus because I don't I hate to say she's not roadworthy, but I don't think I trust the bus on the road anymore. And I put all this into it. It's a beautiful home, but is it a beautiful vehicle to drive around the country this summer? That's why I'm torn. That's why I'm torn. Anyways, thank you for your thoughts and prayers and support and patience with this. It all ended up being something rather minor. Maybe after I get all those hoses replaced, if the bus does good, because it's about 6 or 7 hours by car to get back from LA back to Tater Acres, the property. And unlike going from 7,000 feet down to 400 feet, now it's all going to be uphill when we leave later. I don't know when we're leaving. Hopefully this month. But I'm going to keep an eye on the weather because I don't want to rush it. You know, if it's going to keep snowing and being rainy and nasty, again, I'm in no rush. I can find some Southern California stuff to do. We still got bus projects in here to do. Finish up the bus. I'm in a nice, comfortable spot, which doesn't happen too often, you know. Like, I got the motorcycle, I got the truck, I got my e-bike. So, yeah, let's just reset and start over. It is an interesting contrast coming from Tater Acres. Just nothing, no sounds, no traffic, no nothing, to just being thrown right into downtown Los Angeles. There's sirens. I am going to take Black Betty out because today might be my last day for a little bit. If you don't know, LA apparently it's been one of the wettest winters so far, and we still have a month of winter left. But to put that into perspective, this place got 5.8 inches of rainfall 2 seasons ago, 5.8, then 7 point something last winter. And this winter that we're only 2 months in, we're already at 14. So we're nearly triple the usual winter rainfall of Los Angeles. It's been very moist. And after today, we have 4 days of rain. So we'll have to find some indoor projects, but that's fine. I didn't really come here for the weather. I came here for a break. In fact, you heading out, honey?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Diana's gonna take the truck and go film something on her Rumble channel, Diana's Road Life. So check out her day compared to my day, because we're gonna go ride to the beach together. Have fun, honey. Be
LA
safe.
life.
Good luck. Because I've already been to a few Harley shops here in LA, like the Anaheim one, and stuff. So I want to go to the beach. That's why you come to Southern California, for the beach, right? I got old Bumblebee out, charged, my e-bike ready to go. And the bus is essentially, so I'm not really using any of the water components of the bus because I don't want to have to worry about dumping the tanks here at Diana's property. So I am kind of house life living, and more on that later right now. I mean, the kitties are safe in here. I'm cooking in here, but I'm not using the toilet, the shower, or the sink, the fresh water, any of that. I'm using the house for that right now. And I'm going to talk about that more later. It's actually been a nice little break here so far to kind of step away from the bus. But today, let's just go on a ride. Let's ride the Harley. I even cleaned her up real nice, scrubbed her real good from all the desert dirt and everything. So she's looking clean. She's looking ready. It's a good little ride. It always feels good and resets me. I'm going to stop in here at the Huntington Beach Harley Davidson. Not a very pretty front area here, but I definitely want to go get me a new t-shirt. I have lost count how many t-shirts I got. I should have collected those poker chips instead. So, I got me a t-shirt. Also, I forgot to say that I woke up this morning and I got an interesting memory. My memory was 5 years ago today, I got Black Betty. I have had my Harley for 5 years. I feel like I've had it forever. It's only been 5 years. So here's the shirt that I went with. $42 here in Huntington Beach. It's a cool front. Kind of like old school Van Halen. And then the back, Huntington Beach, California text. Yeah, that's a cool t-shirt. So, being as it's been 5 years, I did go look at the new line of street glides. They're really big bikes though. Like, I sat on one today, and unfortunately I'm only 5'6", so I love my Softail. I'm comfortable on my Softail. I wish I had hard bags for storage. I wish I had a nice big fairing with like a glove box for charging my accessories and stuff like that. But for what it is, Black Betty is a perfect bike for me. So I don't think there's going to be any upgrades anytime soon. Actually, it's worth pointing out, remember, I once had a full Batwing fairing on this bike at one time, and I much prefer this cafe style. It's also a quick release, so if I don't want it in the summer, if it's too hot and I want full wind, but right now, with this, I think it's a 12-inch windshield on there, it actually provides a lot of comfort while riding to keep the wind off me. I guess I could probably clean her a little better. She's still a little dirty down there from quartzite dirt and dust. But yeah, I mean, it's a good bike for me. It's a really, really good bike for me. And after that last bill, $2,500 with a new control module and brains and everything. I mean, I think we should hold on to this one a little longer, Eric. Yeah. Well, let's go see if I can find a spot to park in California at the beach. There's a lot of cool beaches. I want to try out Huntington Beach while I'm here, see if I can park the bike and go walk on the pier, maybe go to the beach. Might as well while I'm out here. Yeah, let's do that. Holy cow. So, I guess I should have known this about California. There's no free parking anywhere. I'm a block away, and I just paid the minimum $3 for 1 hour. That's the minimum, shortest time. Even on Sundays, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. They have parking. There's a bunch of RVs and other things down there by the beach. It's $15 to enter, even for just 1 minute. So I went with $3. $3 to go see the beach. It's like for me, I guess I'm just comparing it to like Washington State, Oregon. Oh, remember this summer in Mississippi, anywhere along the Gulf you could park for free, even overnight. California is just not very welcoming, or that's not true. They would love for you to pay $15. I'll show you, $15. I do love all the palm trees around here. The other reason why I was kind of thinking about looking at new bikes is because I wish I had more room to carry gear, extra hoodies, riding gear, cameras, stuff like that. I just don't have any storage on my Softail. And I had those saddlebags that were not secure. I wish I could get hard bags like permanently installed on the bike that were secure and lockable, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to wearing a backpack for gear. Okay, so here we are, Pacific Coast Highway, or Highway 1 here, and 1st Street. And let's cross this crosswalk over here. Okay, here we are at Huntington Beach, California, on a very cloudy day, unfortunately. Where's all that gorgeous blue sunshine that we've been getting in Sholo, Well, it is what it is. Lots of palm trees. Lots and lots of palm trees. I have yet to really master California. I don't know how to do it. I just don't know how to do it, except just keep paying and paying and pay and pay your taxes in California and pay for parking. It's very, very expensive to live in California, to visit California, anything, even to RV in California. So anyway, the beach is way out there. I'm in pants and tennis shoes and everything and motorcycle gear, so I'm not going to go to the beach today, but I'll get with Diana and see if she has any recommendations on other places to boondock. I'm okay with paying. I mean, $15 to spend the whole day at the beach. If I were to bring the bus down, I think that would be like a really good use of time and money, for just the day use area. Anyway, I'm gonna grab a bite to eat, then we'll head back and go see Diana and get in that hot tub. Yeah. Well, the sun has officially set in LA, and look at this backyard. Look how spoiled Diana is here. Oh my gosh. We like to set it to 102. It goes up to 104. Now we like 102. Oh, gotta turn on the umbrella lights. There's a switch right there. There we go. Now we're talking. See? It's a solar umbrella, LED umbrella, and it lights this area up great. This is a custom hot tub here. It's gas powered, and it's awesome. And we're gonna get in it right now. What's very nice.
Oh, that feels so good.
This sucks. We should go back to the desert. We should go back to the snow.
No.
Diana put this new smelly stuff in it, this cedar bubble bath stuff, and it smells all delicious in here. Smells like California redwood forest.
That's good.
No, it is
Not
good.
bad.
It is good. I like it. What are you drinking?
Porto. I'm drinking a port wine, which is a dessert wine. It's a sweet wine. You want to try it?
Could you do porta bread with Porto wine?
Yes. We can do bread. I wish I had
Bread and wine. Oh, this sucks. This just really sucks. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna enjoy the hot tub for a little bit. I'm comfortable. I'm here. We're safe. The bus is good. We'll start working on that soon. Get back to you in a little bit, guys. Bye. Oh, jeez. We're watching Magic Journeys on YouTube. Our SoCal Disney vloggers. Hey, blue always wins.